Okay, so I've started recording. I think I think what I want to try and do with every podcast is start with something funny. So say something funny, I guess.
Oh, with me? I have to say
Yeah,
something funny.
yeah, you have to say something funny. Yeah.
This is. Oh, wait. All right. I got something.
Yeah, all right.
Oh, it's not gonna be funny now.
No, you got to say it.
All
Come
right.
on.
All right. At my school, there was a teacher, and
Yeah.
her first name was Jill, right?
Yeah.
Then her son works in the music industry. Came to our school to have a talk. Guess
Yeah.
what his name was?
What?
Phil. Jill and Phil. And then that's not that. Hang on. Guess what the dad's called?
No idea.
Yeah, it's just Steve, not Bill, unfortunately.
Wow, I wanted something funny. We start with that.
There was so much pressure on. That was literally the only thing that came to my head.
Okay. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the In the Den podcast. I'm your host, Craig Denham, and today I'm being joined by.
Oh, the embarrassment that is Daniel Adamovic. God.
Daniel Adamovic, my guy. Just to let you all know, this is the first one we're recording, so this could all fuck up. This could all go completely wrong. You might not even hear this at some point because we might lose the recording, but we can only pray. We can only hope and pray. And also, we're recording this on the 5th of June, I think it is. So
Yeah.
we're recording this probably about a month before it goes out. So kind of all the information we're going to be talking about is fairly up to date as of right now. So it might change in a couple of weeks because the world is changing all the time at the moment. But everything right now is pretty much correct, we think. So Daniel, how are you?
I'm alright. I've been inside for a long time.
Yeah.
Last time I went out to take the bins out, but I reckon it's been a week since I haven't actually done any exercise or anything.
I haven't done any
Crazy.
Yeah, I haven't done any exercise for 2 weeks. I don't think.
Yeah.
I just can't be fucking bothered, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I just wake up, open my computer, edit.
Yeah. Last week, all I did was, yeah. I mean, all of last week, I basically just got up, painted my room, and then went to bed. It was just yeah. Well, that was all my life was for a week, and yeah. I'm now trying to catch up on stuff as well because just I know I've been kind of I wrote up a list before we went into lockdown, and I was just okay, this is all the shit I need to do before I go back to work. And I'm going back to work next month. I still haven't done most of it, so I'm kind of rushing to get it all done. Yeah. So my week's kind of been catching up with a bunch of shit and just yeah.
I think I might have to do training for my work, but
oh really?
I'm not gonna maybe I don't actually know. I haven't been checking my emails that much because my phone's run out of storage, and you know that when it what's it called? Basically takes the apps off your phone and then you have to re-download them. I've got that with every app.
Damn.
It sucks.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have training when I go back to work because my the thing is as well, my job's gonna change so much. I was getting training for so that I'm training to be a barber, obviously, and I was training to be a barber, but now I'm probably gonna have to go back and train to just be a health specialist, you know, and it's kind of annoying because I was told I was going to finish this course by November, and that I'm probably not now. It's probably going to be way into next year, which kind of sucks because I don't know, you're kind of keen to kind of get to the next stage, and it's when it takes forever, it's just fucking annoying. But we move. I've still got another month left or so of just chilling.
Yeah,
and just and I've been doing a lot of stuff for drama schools recently.
Oh really? Applying?
So, well, not applying, but basically I'm probably going to apply December time ish.
Mm-hmm.
But getting a head start on everything is kind of what I'm doing at the moment. And what was I doing? I'll tell you what I was doing last night. I was going through all the school's websites to like
Oh.
to like see which ones were good and which ones weren't. And I've got to say this, right? I wasn't going into like judge on people's website design, but fucking hell, like some of these designs are really fucking bad.
Really? The schools?
Yeah, the school. Because like I tell you what, the worst thing is like when it's like I'm not gonna say who they are because some of these schools are actually the ones I want to go to. but when it's like 5 or 6 different pages for the information that you want, it's really fucking annoying. And like, I'm not being funny. I designed better websites when I was 13. Right? I'm not joking.
The Miranda one. Did you have to do that?
What?
Did you have to do a Miranda one?
Oh no, I don't think I did. No, I don't think I did. No,
we had to do something like that.
like, but like, I designed websites when I was like 13, and like, I'm not being funny. It's not hard to go on Fiverr. It's not hard to hire someone like a freelancer just to fucking design a decent website.
Yeah.
And the worst part is, I went on to the this really shit one, right? And like they said, oh, we've been doing the full time. Oh, fucking hell, my BBC fucking news is going off. Like everyone's at the moment. But like, what was it? It was like, oh yeah, I went on this website and it was like, it said the full time course has been running since 2016. So that must mean the website was at least designed after 2016. But it like looked like it was designed in 2004. I'm not even joking.
Send me the link after that.
I'll send you a link afterwards. But who I will shout out, right? Italia Conti. Okay. They
What's
actually
that?
have a good website. Like,
right.
All the information was on one page. All of it. And it was beautiful. I knew how much I had to pay, the audition fee, what was in the audition, where they were, like, a kind of time scale as to when things had to be handed in and when you have to turn up. Like, Like, I've never appreciated website design until last night. I'm sat there at 1 a.m, just like, I have no idea where the fuck all this information is.
That's when I was like researching like cameras. Like, where do you start? Like, I want to get a computer. I don't know where to start, like, researching stuff like that. And it's just nice when it comes easy.
Yeah, when it's just one page. I never thought that would be, like, the fucking bane of my life. But here we are. I should also say as well that me and Daniel went to the same school as well, didn't we?
We did, yeah.
Yeah,
same
but we were like...
school.
Yeah, we were, 2 years apart?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 2 years apart. So
I'm older.
No, you're not. So hang on, we met. Oh God, hang on. I think we've known each other for like 6 years now. I think.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't remember how we met. I remember it was like 7 year 8. Well,
but like, I think I met you through Con's brother.
Ellis, yeah.
Like I knew you through church. I know who you were, but I only became friends with you after church. As in, like, when we started walking home together. Yeah. So, like, actually, when I think about it, you're probably one of my longest friends that I have.
Jeez, you probably are as well.
Yeah. Well, so, like,
yeah.
I've got Luca, who's going to come on the podcast in a couple of episodes' time, I hope. And I've known him now for, like, since
actually, loads of my friends I've known for a while. But
yeah. But like, I'll be honest,
I've got no new people in my life for like
a
while.
No, to be honest with you, it's like the opposite for me. Like, I had like, there's no friends I really have before like year 10, year 11. If I'm honest, or like, not to be honest with you, even like sixth form. I turned 16. I had like a load of friends. It was fucking weird. But then, like, is that the ice cream van?
Okay. Yeah.
Now we'll keep this in the recording. It's gonna be jokes. But like,
neighborhood pedophile.
Neighborhood pedo. Oh, fucking hell.
You right, uncle? No.
He's just turning up in the white van.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was it.
That's all right. I mean, my phone went off. We're even now, I guess. Yeah. But like, so I've known you for like, I think I've known you for 6 years. I've known Luca for 8, and I've known Nick for 8 as well. And then I've known Matt for 4 years, coming on 5 years now. So like, it's weird because like I didn't really have a lot of friends growing up. So like it's weird now to kind of have friends that I've known for over half a decade. It's weird. It's weird.
That is pretty crazy when you think about it like that.
Yeah. And
Wow.
like it's actually really weird to like I don't know, like, because I like left all my friends behind when I left secondary school. Like I completely just cut everyone off. So I was just like, so like,
when I left, I didn't really cut everyone off, but I just didn't really like make an effort to talk to them. I just sort of like,
oh no, I
I'm
completely deleted it. I completely deleted everything. Like I deleted my Instagram, my Twitter, my Gmail. Basically on the internet, I do not exist before the 21st of June, 2016. I shit you not.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I got rid of
as
everything.
recent as the school website.
Yeah. But hopefully my social medias look fucking better than theirs. Fucking awful. Fucking awful. So we went to the same school, and then if I remember correctly, we were also going to pick between the same schools, didn't we? Yeah. So like me and Daniel, so you did film, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
And I did drama. Yeah. So like we were quite similar. So we were gonna
the same sort of thing, yeah.
Yeah, we wanted to get the same sort of thing. So we ended up looking at the same sort of schools after St. Michael's. So like so I went for Rickmansworth, Elstree, and West Herts. And what did you go for? You went for Rickmansworth, Elstree, and did you go for any other else?
West Herts was on there, and St. Joan of Arc.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
My cousins went to St. Joan of Arc, so I was a bit like, no, that's dead. And I think also like Catholic education, I was in it for like 12 years. I was kind of like, fuck this. No, I'm not doing this anymore. So yeah, I picked between. I technically was down to go to St. Michael's sixth form, but like I just binned it off. I remember Miss Parrott emailing me when I was on holiday to like, like, yo, because I bunned off the proper St. Michael's sixth form day to go to the Rickmansworth one because it was the same day.
Oh, really?
But like, then it was like, Miss Parrott was like, "That's fine, but you just got to turn up later and just like do the induction." And then she kept emailing me, so I just emailed her. I was like, "Listen, I fucking hate this school. I don't want to like you don't offer the subjects I want to do. Fuck off." And then like,
why I don't know. They just like, I don't understand why schools would like try and, I don't know. They're just so like persistent. Like just leave me alone. Like,
just leave me alone.
Homework, like. Why are you setting me homework every 2 days? Can you stop?
I got set homework on my open days for some
really?
schools. Yeah, and like I'm like I remember doing the stuff at Elstree and then not the stuff at Rickmansworth because I knew I picked Elstree I picked Elstree anyway, but I was just I was like the Rickmansworth one I can't be fucking bothered like so even though we were picking the same schools, we ended up going to different ones. You ended up going to Rickmansworth and I ended up going to Elstree.
Yeah.
So why did you pick Rickmansworth? I'm curious.
So, I don't know. Well, my mum really liked it. I really liked it. I didn't get into St. Joan of Arc. Failed English literature. Woo.
Oh damn.
Yeah. So I couldn't do. I could get in, but I couldn't do film there. So that's the only thing I wanted to do. And then my mum just like really liked Rickmansworth from the second we got there. Like. They didn't. They said I could do film, even though I failed English literature and like all that stuff. They were like so nice. My mum was like, "You have to go there." Like, but at that point, like, I just wanted to do film really. So I didn't really mind
where it was.
Sort of thing. And if St. Joan of Arc didn't let me in, like, you know, I thought, you know, my chance is quite low of doing film. I was like, I better take that before I can't.
Yeah. So was Elstree ever on the cards for you, really?
It was. I remember.
Or was it usually just like Rickmansworth or? Oh, was it?
It was. But I missed the open day. I'm pretty sure.
I can't
remember why.
Oh man, my open day was fucking awful. Right.
What happened?
Well, like, do you know what? It ended up being a really nice day. But I just turned up, right? And this is actually kind of the reason why I picked Elstree over Rickmansworth. It actually came down to the open day.
Oh, really?
Because I was gonna go to Rickmansworth. My mind was focused on Rickmansworth And I was doing my GCSEs. I was like, right, I need to get these grades to go to Rickmansworth. And I did my GCSEs, and I turned up to Elstree, right? But I turned up in the wrong fucking dress code.
Oh, what
And
was
the
it?
dress
Was it no suits or something? Like,
no,
could you come in your own clothes?
No, it was they said like smart casual, so I turned up in like a shirt and a jumper, or whatever, and it was like
Yeah.
I looked smart casual, but then like everyone else had turned up in like I don't know if you remember Elsie's dress code. It was just like jeans and a hoodie.
Yeah.
Like I remember turning up and just thinking, "Are you fucking serious?" I got told to come in that. Like
No,
I
yeah,
was just I stuck out like a sore thumb, and then like I just remember like even though I looked like a fucking idiot, they were all really nice to me, and I was like, I really like the school, and because everyone I've met has been really nice.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I turned
yeah.
up at Rickmansworth, and I shit you not, within the first like 20 minutes, I knew I wasn't going to come there. I
Really?
knew I wasn't going to go because everyone in that year was a dick, and was just like being wasn't nice. I was just like, I don't want to have a repeat of St Michael's just somewhere else. So
Yeah, yeah.
I'd rather go to Elstree. But like even then, I didn't get the grades for Rickmansworth. But like I was just like, I'm not even going to bother fucking asking.
Yeah,
To
yeah.
like, I
Yeah.
went straight to
Didn't want to go
Elstree
anywhere.
afterwards. Yeah. I went straight to Elstree afterwards, and I got in, and to be honest with you, it's probably the best decision I've ever made. Ironically.
Wow, very nice.
Yeah.
I had a similar situation with the uniform. So it's St. Joan of Arc open day.
Yeah.
Oh, this open day was the funniest, one of the funniest days of my life. Oh my god.
Yeah.
So I cycled there.
Yeah.
Oh, hit my mic. I cycled there. I didn't know, like I'd never really been down like that sort of area, like Croxley, Rickmansworth, at least by myself.
Yeah.
So I had to like check Google Maps like every like 2 seconds, make sure I was cycling the right way. But anyway, got there, and then by the way, yeah, I came in a suit as well, like just black tie, white shirt, like just black and white, simple. And then I got there. I didn't know where to put my bike, and there was some like lady, you know, at the front gate. So I was like, "Oh, do you know where I could park this?"
Yeah.
And she's like, "Yeah, just follow me." And then she's like, "Oh, wait, where'd you come from?" And I was like, "Oh, I live near Asda." And then she's like, "No, what school did you come from?" I was like, "Oh god." No, I said St. Michael's. And then so I was there with a good friend of mine, and we both had dressed up like smart.
Yeah.
Turns out it was non-uniform. Everyone else was just literally like most people were there from St. Joan of Arc, like themselves.
Yeah.
So you know they all knew and stuff, and we didn't. We were like in smart clothes, and then also you get to. So we had like I think we got to try like 8 lessons in a day or something, like half an hour lessons, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
And my friend, she wanted to try art, right?
Yeah.
And we were like sticking together, so I went with her and she went with me and stuff. And oh my god, in the art one was so funny. It was so rude though. Like the teacher was like, she's like, I think for me to accept you to be, she like got down to like what grades you need to get in.
Yeah.
And then she was like, to get in, I think we need to see you're at like a B at least and stuff. And then, well, me and my friend, we haven't done art GCSE, so we just started laughing so much right in her face, and she left the room. And the teacher, like assistant, harsh. I know, I couldn't stop. I was crying. I was like, we haven't even done art GCSE. How are we going to get him? She had to leave the room. She was like, "Excuse me," and then the teaching assistant left. Like took over for a bit, and after we laughed a bit, we were like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. We just didn't take art GCSE. We were just curious about seeing it for sixth form." But yeah, that was so funny.
Yeah. Oh god, like I think, I was gonna do history A level at Rickmansworth,
really?
and like, oh god, that lesson was weird. I just remember like, because I think because I didn't have any I completely started afresh, and that was kind of my aim. So like I knew no one at those open days. I just remember being like, it was jokes, but like I was just like, I was a fucking loner throughout the whole fucking fucking time, which is just why I was like, I don't like it here. I'm gonna go to Elstree.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, also, my first day of Rickmansworth, saw a dead bird.
First day of L Street, I turned up in black jeans, and then the receptionist looked at me and goes, "Where's your black jeans?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" I looked down, and they'd faded and they'd gone blue.
Oh, I looked down and I didn't have any trousers on.
What do you? Oh yeah,
I forgot them.
Actually, I remember when I was at primary school. I remember I must have been half asleep or whatever because I went to school, right, and
Oh,
I turned up, right, and I was wearing um so I had my proper school trousers on.
yeah.
I then had my pants on, and then underneath my pants I had my pajamas on.
Oh.
So I forgot to take my pajamas off. I remember that. So
Oh my
like
god.
I've had very bad experiences with schools and wearing stuff because like I've always
Yeah.
turned up in the wrong thing.
A few times I've changed out of PE clothes, and then in primary school. This isn't like
Yeah.
year 10 like last week. No, in primary school, sometimes I've twice probably I forgot to take off my PE shorts when changing out them, so I'd have my pants, shorts, and then trousers, and be like, "What is? It feels so weird. What's up with these pants?"
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So like yeah, we've had some fucking weird experiences, I guess, with schools and stuff like that. Oh
yeah.
god, oh mate.
I'm trying to think of any other stories like that.
Because like, I've got like I'm trying to think of like some because I'm going back a while now to go back to like Elstree and like that sort of time of my life. But like you finished school quite early on, didn't you? Like well, you finished this year, but like you finished early.
Yeah. As in like obviously because Corona.
Yeah, Corona. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. So literally, I think there's I think we finished in like March, maybe like beginning of March.
Yeah,
And then like
March.
exams are off. And if they bring back school, like I'm not doing anything because exams are off. Like I mean, I did do some of the work for photography that I was meant to be doing, but I was accepted into the Google Classroom late, so the deadline was like 15th of April or something, right? And then I got accepted at like the 20th, and I saw that thing. It was like all deadlines 15th of April. I was like, oh great, so I've missed it. Had no, did no work. But then they emailed me saying, oh, you've got a deadline like 10th of May. So then I did work for then, and emailed it in, but they haven't responded. Even still, I'm pretty sure they haven't responded.
Oh damn.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to fail photography.
Yeah, I mean, like to be fair, like if there's any time, it's weird because I've thought like, oh, if I could have like, COVID stop like a year of school of mine, which one would it have been? And it's
Really?
weird because like I failed my A levels. I got 2 E's and a C, and I was predicted like C's and B's, so I did pretty badly. But then like I did really well in my GCSEs, but I fucking hated my school. So I was like, what's worth it? Do I sit there and like be bullied for like another 6 months and get really good grades for my A levels, or do I finish St Michael's early, but then have like a really shit A level grades, but enjoy time with my friends still?
Yeah, I think I would have chosen the enjoying one.
Yeah, because like even though like I did really fucking bad in my A levels, like I still don't regret Elstree.
Yeah.
It's like I still kind of sit there and think like, oh, I fucking
what a good time.
Yeah, I had a good time, but also just like I feel like the grades on my on my exam results don't reflect what I learned.
Yeah, I mean, even
like,
if like I just think school's like such like what a bad way to test how to like grade someone.
Yeah,
like, I hate it.
Because I again going back to the websites I was looking at yesterday, like a lot of these schools like accept people who have like certain UCAS points or like have certain grades in certain subjects, and like I'm sat there, it's like you're a drama school. You shouldn't judge me based on something like a grade.
Like
because like those grades were like 2 years ago for me, and like that's not where I'm at now. But like, if you're still going to judge me on those sorts of things, then like it's fucking ridiculous.
such a joke. And like more people, like aren't caring about whether you like what you got in school now and stuff. Like more employees. Well,
Yeah.
I think. But
No,
like
I think that's true. I think that's true. From
Gary
like
V,
first,
he's
yeah,
like, I don't care what you got in school.
yeah,
Show me what you like now.
yeah. And like, I'll be honest with you, like, I sit here and like I've done my A levels, I've done my GCSEs, and I came out of school and I was just like I was unqualified to do anything.
Really? Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
like because like I was unemployed last year for like 9 months, and like I had nothing to do, and like no matter what job I applied for, I was not qualified enough to do it, which is why I've had to do an apprenticeship because I need to get qualification to work,
Yeah.
So like I seriously think that qualifications are just they're outdated, but also just like I think it's really wrong to compare, especially in like a creative industry. You can't
Yeah,
compare.
for sure.
Like you can't say that someone is worth something just because of an exam grade. The only reason why I did so bad in drama, I say did bad. It says I did bad in drama because I got an E on my results. But like if you look at my practical stuff, I was getting B's and C's, not E's.
Yeah.
And like I don't want to like toot my own horn here and stuff like that, and I don't want to kind of be like, oh, I'm really fucking good. But like I'm at the RADA Youth Company, which is like one of the best youth companies in the country. Like so, like I think that says something,
Yeah.
I'm not shit,
Yeah.
But like
I've seen you.
Yeah, but like these schools will think like, oh yeah, like you got to audition anyway, but like you got to have the grades, and I think that's really stupid because it's
it's so dumb. It is annoying how like I don't know my like literally this is I don't know how many people know this like, but literally like the whole time in Rickmansworth, I honestly didn't care that much because I was just like, like I'm just gonna prove myself without school. Like school doesn't mean I'm not gonna like get 3 C's and then be like, oh great, that's it. I don't care what I'm gonna get, whatever it is, I'm gonna prove myself without it. And then Corona happened, and I was like, hey, So like for me, it was so lucky because like
that was
some of my private stories. Like I was missing school days. I was literally like sleeping.
Yeah, you were like staying up to like 5, 6 in the morning. I was just like,
I hated going to school. Hated going to school. Not not just Rickmansworth, by the way. Like if that was any school, I just hate the system. Like I wasn't happy going to school or anything. Like my friends were all nice and stuff, but it would have happened to any school, by the way.
Yeah, I really struggled with going to Elstree. Like not because I like. I really struggled because like it was a long journey. Yeah. The journey was.
How long was it?
I would have to wake up at 6 o'clock and leave my house at 6:40. Get a bus into town for 7 o'clock. Get a bus from Watford Town Centre at like 7:25, and that would get me to school for like 8:30. Start at 9. So I'd wake up like 3 hours before school started, and I'll get to school like an hour and 50 minutes later.
And compared to St Michael's, that is such a change. We live pretty close to St Michael's.
I've walked like I used to walk really slowly to school. Like I leave my house at 8:10 every morning, and I get to school at like 9 o'clock. But when I was like 7, not 7, when I was like in year 7. But like I never fully appreciated how close St Michael's was until I went to Elstree. Until I went to all these other places, because like it's just everything's miles away.
With Ricky, my journey wasn't as bad as yours, but the bus I was meant to get, which I never did, was the 7:15 one, and then it got me to school at 8:10, and school starts at like 8:45. So I had half an hour in the morning if I, that's my on time. But then I realised I'd get the late bus, and that comes at 8:39. So one minute before my school starts.
Wow.
It comes, but it's like literally it's always late. That's why no one from my school has ever on it. But I just started taking that, and then whenever they questioned me, I was like, the bus was late, because it was. If it was there at 39, I would have.
Yeah, the bus I got on was late, but like I was going to be late anyway.
Exactly.
I had some fucking nightmares with Sullivan Bus Company. That's the bus company that gets
really?
you to Elstree.
Mm.
There's one bus in and out of Elstree. No, there was two, but now there's one, and they were both run by the same company.
Right.
And they are fucking nightmarish. Like, I shit you not. Like, they would just not turn up sometimes.
Oh,
They
really?
would just, the bus wasn't even late, just didn't exist.
Yeah.
Or like they'd be like over half an hour late, and like you just sit there and you think, how the fuck are you still allowed to run like this? This is not fair.
Yeah, yeah.
Because like you being like half an hour late is inconveniencing me massively. And like the school can't exactly turn around and say get an earlier bus. I'm waking up at 6 in the fucking morning.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Like I'm getting up earlier than most people.
It's annoying when they say get an
yeah,
earlier bus. I mean, for
yeah,
me, it applies more than you, but
yeah. And the most annoying thing was that when I finished Elstree, I remember telling to my mate Matt, because we were really close and we got the same bus every day because we both live in Watford. We were like, I was like, oh, this is the last time I'm ever going to get the 306 ever, and like being so gassed about it, and like I hate this fucking. But he was staying on for another year, I think, to do maths. Right. So like, it was just me finishing on that day, and I was just like, oh, I'm fucking so happy that I have to go on this bus anymore. I hate it. Blah blah blah. I then got a job in Bournemouth, and I had to go back. Had to go back for another 3 months.
You just see Matt on the bus like the next day.
I didn't actually. I didn't actually see him on the bus. No, I did. I saw him. He was walking. I think he had like a lunch
he gave
break.
up on the bus, started to walk.
Yeah, we used to overlap sometimes, which is really nice. And then I remember what was really funny was just like, I was like, okay, now when I finished working for the BBC, I'm gonna stop work. I'm gonna stop getting on that bus. This is definitively done. And then my mate Romario lives in Bournemouth and texted me in the new year. Was like, "Do you want to meet up and go to the gym?" I was like, "Okay, fine." So then I was getting the bus again, and then finally in January we stopped going to the gym together for some reason. And then like I finally had like a good like half a year break from that bus, and it was nice. And then I got an apprenticeship at the colleges in Boreham Wood, so I have to go there again at least once a week. So I'm still going.
Still taking that bus.
Yeah, still getting that bus like nearly 4 years on, which is mad. And to be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised if at some point I have to get that bus again. But like, hopefully I was meant to get a car this month, but like that's just not going to happen with Corona. But it's all right. It's all right.
Yeah, it's all just chill right now.
Yeah, I think. And if I'm honest as well, like I have good memories of that bus anyway. Like it's not like all bad memories. It's just fucking annoying.
I liked literally I loved sitting on the bus just listening to music.
Yeah,
like that. Even just like it's just so relaxing. But getting on the bus, that is stressful, and me as well. Yeah. Like, I'm so bad at making sure I'm there for buses. Yeah. It was a mess.
I mean, I used to
cycle.
Oh, mate, I think
the last 3 months.
Oh, mate, I tried to cycle to Elstree once.
How far? That must have been
12 kilometers, which is about 8 miles, I think. To give you some context, St. Michael's is about a mile away from us. It's about that. So like 8 miles to do was fucking killer. I didn't even do it in the end. I did. I think. Yeah. Do you know where Alden Country Park is?
No, is that the Winnie the Pooh park?
Yeah, it's got the it's got the massive lake. Yeah. So we got to there, and because my dad cycled with me, because this is before I even started. And he was just like, all right, we'll stop halfway. And like, can you go any further? I'm like, no, I'm fucking dead. And then it was just like, oh, but you'd have legs of steel by the time you get to Christmas. So like, Dad, I don't want legs of steel. I want to go to school. Like, it was like, so like, I ended up actually cycling to Elstree once.
Oh.
Once. And
how was that?
Well, I had an argument with my dad, right? And whenever I have an argument with my dad, or whenever I have an argument with anyone in my house, I usually go off on a bit of a strop. and I can't even be in Watford. So like the furthest I've ever gone is to my nan's house in Scotland. I went to Scotland one day. The furthest I've gone is my nan's house, which is like 20 miles away. I didn't cycle it. I got the train. Obviously, she lives in London. But I cycled to. This is like March of last year. I had a massive argument with my parents. I was just like, right, I'm fucking off out of here for the day. So I got on my bike, which is a second-hand bike as well, and I cycled to St Albans. And I remember I stopped there. I went to Sainsbury's and I ate my breakfast in the park there. And I was like, right, how far is it to Boreham Wood? Just out of curiosity. I was like, it was like, a couple of miles. I was like, I reckon I can do that. So I got there for lunchtime. So like, I did it, and then I came all the way back. The journey back was awful because it was raining, and there was also like no pavement to cycle on because I don't really like cycling in the roads.
No, so honestly, wet cycling, like I don't know, like people get annoyed when you cycle on the pavement, but people also get annoyed when you cycle on the road.
People try to kill you when you're on the fucking roads.
Yeah,
like
I don't like going on the road sometimes.
I've had like near death experiences on the road, like at least 3 times, and like
a van hit me once. It was literally pulling out the parked space, but it wasn't like obviously going like 2 miles an hour, but it hit my back wheel. His fault, by the way.
Man.
It's annoying, and he looked at me weird. I was like, what
I broke someone's not windscreen, their mirror once. Their mirror, I broke their mirror. So the story is, so St Albans Road, and like, do you know where like TK Maxx is and the range? There's like a petrol station, right?
Yeah.
There. And I was across the road from that, and I was cycling, and it was, in my defense, it's cold, it's dark, it's wet. Okay, so I don't have the best control of the bike, but I'm going pretty slowly. And then the path narrows, and then I'm like, oh,
is this
shit.
on the road?
And then this is on the pavement. This is on the pavement.
Mm,
the path narrows, and then I go past this guy's car, and I hit the mirror. And I'm like, oh shit, I've hit this guy's fucking mirror. And
did it drop off?
There's no, he wasn't in it. So like I was like, but people saw it, and I was like, oh fuck, what am I gonna do? I was like, I can either do the good Catholic thing, which is like wait and say, hey, I'm sorry, I broke your car mirror. I'll pay for it, don't worry. Or I can do the sensible thing or the logical thing,
smash the other windows, steal some stuff, like a robbery.
No. I was like, but my bank account though, and I was just like, I fucking just got on my bike and cycled off, because like this is like before I started my job, so like I was broke as you could be. There was no money in my bank account to afford a mirror. So I was just like, I'm off, I'm out.
How much is it?
I think it was like 100 quid, but I think you could have claimed it on insurance. And I was also I went back and I was like, hang on, you were parked on double yellow. Like, that's your fault. Yeah, I didn't. So I was like panicking. Oh shit, I fucked up this guy's car, and I fucked off. But like, actually, he was in the wrong, because like he shouldn't have been parked there anyway.
Damn. Wow.
Yeah, but like I really like cycling, but like
cycling's so much fun.
It's so much fun. I love it. But like it's really hard because like it's expensive, and also like you are the bitch of the road. Like you're not allowed anywhere. You're not allowed anywhere. Like I really wish I lived in like Amsterdam or something, because like people would be more considerate, and people would be like. But I tell you what though, there's no faster way of getting around Watford than on a bike.
Really? Do you think? Actually, that is very true.
Yeah, I think
mine was in 7 minutes.
Like I only cycled to St Mark's once, and it was like during May half term on my GCSEs, because I had to do like a history thing.
Yeah,
I remember I got home in like 10 minutes. I was like, why the fuck have I never cycled here before?
Yeah,
I was like, it's so quick.
And next time you walk, you're like, Jesus Christ, it's so slow.
Yeah, like, and also like, it takes like a 40-minute walk from my house to get to like Watford town centre. Yeah, and, like you're fucking exhausted by the time you get there. But like on my bike, it takes like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And like
I've had
also
to
like,
walk to Rickmansworth.
oh yeah, I did that once. I did it. I did it to Watford Town Centre, which is not as far, but like, fucking hell, did you do the whole thing?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Multiple times.
Damn.
When it's been raining, and also one time this was such a slap in the face, right? So I missed the bus, and I was like literally like I by seconds, right? Sometimes people, by the way, the bus driver doesn't stop for you. I've had a few times where like I'm
Oh
there,
yeah, I've had that. Yeah.
just ignores like what goes. Yeah, bloody hell. But yeah. Anyway, I missed it by like a few seconds, and I was like, and it was, it was. I actually can't remember if it was raining this time. Probably wasn't. Anyway, I decided to walk. I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna walk. Maybe in town they'll have, because that in town they've got like another bus that goes there and stuff, so it's more chance of bus coming. I went to town. There wasn't. I was like, I'll just walk the whole way.
Fuck.
And then I got to school, and guess what? The next 3:20 bus that goes to my school had beat me. Like had came, like had arrived at the exact same time that I was there. I was like, oh, I could have just stayed relaxed for like, I could have just stayed still for like half an hour, got that bus, been there at the same time. Then I got into school and got detention, an hour detention the next day.
Wow.
And I was like, but I tried my best to get here. You don't understand.
Yeah.
I walked like 5 miles, please.
Yeah. I walked home on my last day of induction. So like I have walked from Rickmansworth to at least Watford Town Centre anyway. But that's long.
Yeah.
That's long.
It is, yeah.
Fuck, man.
Do you want... Oh, another cool thing about... So I literally... I could have got... I was like getting detentions like basically like every other day, like so much just for my lateness, right? And in my school, by the way, if you're 5 minutes late, it means you get detention. So if I, miss the bus I meant to get, that's a detention straight away. Yeah. But I was like pretty good at getting out of them. And then one of the teachers as well, she was like regularly there. She'd give me detentions and like I'd still continue to be late. But then she stopped giving me, she was like, all right, just go in. And that actually did more for me because I was like, she's doing me a favour. I'm going to try and prove to her that, I don't want to be late. And like,
yeah.
Because like when you know you're going to get detention, you just give up. You're like, yeah, whatever. But when like someone's making an effort to like, it's all right, you're trying hard to get to school or whatever.
Yeah.
Ish.
I think most people should.
Less.
Yeah, I think most people should just like acknowledge that like you've tried your best. Like
yeah.
Like I've not, because the punishment for turning up late at your school. Sorry, my college is you have to phone your boss. You have to tell them that you're late.
Phone. Oh, wait, what?
So,
you have to phone at
my
Elstree?
boss. No. This is at my college currently for barbering.
Oh, right.
Elstree was so fucking chill. You could turn up at whatever time you wanted, really. but I still turn up on time anyway. And if you were late, they were like, "Oh, it's chill."
Yeah.
But like, your punishment is to call your boss. So like, they don't. Right. Your boss doesn't care, but they're just like, "Why are you fucking calling me?" Like, so like, I've had to like get round it and just like not call my boss. So like, I've called,
just change the contact to your phone, like.
Yeah, I do. I'm just like, hey mate, you're alright. And it's just like one of my mates from work, and like, yeah, it's fine. So
yeah.
But like, still, man, like it's the most fucking frustrating thing when like there's shit that's out of your control, and like you try your best to get there on time, but then like you're at mercy to like transport. Like you can only do your best.
Yeah.
Because like there's only one way in from Borehamwood to Watford. Borehamwood to Watford. Yes, there is that one bus now.
Oh my God.
There's no train. There's no train direct from Watford to Borehamwood for some reason. There is one bus service. Trying to think of like other modes of transport. There's no private helicopter or anything like that. But like, you know, that's by the by. But like, you're seriously at the mercy to this one fucking, because they had the monopoly. No. They are the only company that will say we will take you to Borehamwood, and whether you like it or not, we're the only ones. You got to fucking pay up, bitch. So like, it's really annoying because it's like, you know, if like the bus was there, I'd be like, okay, just get the train instead. But like, you can't. You got to wait for the next bus. and like it's fucking annoying.
Like you do try your best with what you have, but then it just doesn't work out sometimes.
I mean, I'm not being funny as well. Like, I'm an apprentice wage, man. Like, I don't get fucking paid a lot. Like I can't afford a car at the moment. So like
buses were actually expensive. Like like £10 a week, and like I feel like I guess that's like unlimited bus travel in that area. But I don't know, like I don't know.
You just reminded me that my bus pass expires on my 20th birthday.
Oh damn!
Yeah, like
the Saver card.
The Saver card, which is a lifesaver because the buses are so expensive. But like basically, you get I think it's 50% off if you're a child. And I've had one since I was like 12. And this is now my definitive last year to have one. I can't have another one after this point.
Oh damn!
But like you're allowed one. I think if you're still in education after 18, and then but like you have to have got rid of one by the time you're 20. So like I now I now have to pay like £6 to get to Boreham Wood just to be late. So it's a bit of a piss take if I'm honest.
Pay for your own detention.
Yeah, I might even ask if I'm allowed to have an extension, because like there's no harm in asking, because like I'll sit there and just say I'm still in education, and I would have completed my course before I would have still gone to my course before I turned 20, but because of coronavirus I haven't. So like, is it alright if I just have like a 3-month extension on my card? But yeah, I'm not looking forward to paying like full price for like bus tickets now, which is going to be fucking annoying.
With my Saver card, you're meant to renew it every year, right?
Yeah, every year.
Yeah, I didn't for my last year, so it turns out I was using that for like 6 months, not allowed basically. And then one day the bus drivers were like doing checks, and then mine obviously didn't work, so I didn't renew it. And he just literally took it off me right there, put it in his pocket, and I was allowed to go on the bus that time, but that's why I cycled for 3 months.
Fair enough. Because I signed up to a gym, but I stopped going because like I couldn't afford the bus because my bus pass had expired. So I was like, so my dad bought me a bike. And like it was a cheap bike from like eBay, and I love that bike a lot actually. But like it was just like I feel like cycling is just the one investment. It's a one-time thing you invest in, and it like you can just cycle forever, really. The bike pays for itself in like 6 months, because like even less than that, depending on how much you use it. But like it's like either
for sure
spending like a fortune on like bus tickets, or like spending like 50 quid one time for like a fucking bike.
And I quite like cycling. Just listening to music, like it's quite
chill to music.
Quite chill.
And like it's always really fun because like there's always like shortcuts that like you can't take if you're in a car. But like you can in a bike.
I'm very good at no hands now. Not gonna lie.
I can do no hands for a couple of seconds, but I can't do it properly.
I think I'm pretty good if I do say so myself. Which is like
that's fair enough. But I've got my cousin gave me his bike because he got a car and he doesn't cycle anymore, so he just gave it to me. It needs a service before COVID kind of lockdowns are lifted up, because then like I'm gonna start going to the gym again. So like I need to book it in for a service and get like everything sorted. I think it works. I think just the gearing is a bit fucked, and I'm definitely sure that the tires aren't pumped as well. So we'll get that sorted.
It's annoying the maintenance of a bike though. I find like I used to cycle to St. Michael's. If I get a puncture, I'd have to fix it the next day. Because I was at that time I was like, I'm not gonna walk.
But like I bikes can be expensive. That's the problem, is that you kind of because like once you buy a bike for like 50 quid, then you have the bike and it's great. But like if a tire goes flat or whatever, or like something fucks up, you have to go get a service for like 30 quid. And also the thing is as well, I got my bike nicked a couple months ago.
Oh,
like
damn.
Beginning of January, I had my bike and I locked it up at Watford Junction, because
because
I was going to RADA that day, so I locked up at
there are so many bikes there, and you're one.
Yeah, because mine's parked quite close to the entrance. That's why. But
was it on the bike shed bit or like the actual entrance of?
No, the bike shed bit on the side of Watford Junction. So it was there, and I remember I came back from RADA. It was like 6 o'clock in the evening, and then I was like, my key broke in the lock. So I was like, okay, I'll come get it later, right? And then I didn't get it the next day. I got it on the Tuesday coming back from college. I just remember that I couldn't find my bike, so I was like, "Oh shit! It's either been stolen or they fucking removed it from the bike
oh damn
rack." And if
do they do that?
Yeah, I think they can do that. Yeah, but then I spoke to Finlay's dad works for Watford. Yeah. So I spoke to him and he was just like, I'll show you where we would have your bike if you do have it. And I looked and I didn't have it, so I was like, oh, okay. So I was about a bike.
You just see Finlay like riding your bike around town.
Yeah, so they just fucking going off on my bike, the fucking bastard.
Yeah, like, I haven't seen it, mate.
But like, I don't think Finlay would fit my bike though. I'm not gonna lie, he's a big lad.
Yeah, he's big. Shaved his head the other.
Yeah, I saw him yesterday, and
oh yeah.
Yeah, and like he's he got a shaved head with like a fucking Mohican, and he's like, I mean, I've known him now for like, I've known him properly for like 4 or 5 years, I think.
Yeah.
I think going on 4 years now I've known him. But like he's gone from like 5'8", 9" to like 6'2". He's fucking massive. So I don't think he'd fit my bike. He definitely didn't fit one of our beds. So he stayed round in December.
Yeah, explain yourself, please.
so he stayed around in December because we were watching the Conor McGregor fight. Right, he was fighting Cowboy Cerrone. And he won in like 40 seconds, which pissed me off because I spent 20 quid on it. So I think it was like £2 a second or something like that. It worked out to. No, I don't know, 50p a second. 50p a second. That was it. And I just remember going upstairs to bed, and he was staying in the study downstairs. We have like a fold-out bed, and I just remember going upstairs and just hearing a massive bang. Right, I was just like, "Oh, for fuck's sake!" I went downstairs. He broke the fucking bed just by sitting on it. Because like
the wooden
he's like
panels underneath.
The wooden panels. Yeah, he fully broke it. So like he had to stay on the sofa, which is all. Yeah, because like he said he's bulking up because he's obviously doing rugby.
Yeah.
So like I guess he has to be like quite a big boy. But I was like, when you're breaking fucking beds, like
yeah, surely that's enough.
Surely, I forgot what position he plays, but like I think he plays like maybe scrum half. I think he plays. But like so he has to be quite beefy. But like, fam, don't break my bed in the process.
Yeah. That's like his main achievement at the moment, is it?
Yeah, pretty much. But like, yeah, just breaking.
Especially after this podcast, the only thing was.
yeah, he's gonna get some stinkers out of this podcast.
Yeah,
the guy that broke the fucking bed.
Yeah.
Oh dear. So also another thing I wanted to ask you.
Yes.
Was so not only did we go to the same school, not only were we going to pick the same schools, but we also decided to go on gap years. Which is another. We've had very similar kind of paths in life, which is why I kind of not only because you have your own podcast, but this is also why I asked you on the podcast because like we have such similar lives.
Yeah.
But also, I feel like we've gone down different routes as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Like it's the same sort of, yeah, for sure.
Like it almost like if I'd picked just like a different choice, I would have gone on the same path as you.
Yeah,
or something like that. Do you know what I mean? We've had very similar choices in life, but we've just chosen different paths. So
I've never even thought about that.
Yeah, like we're very similar. So I want to know what you're going to do with your gap year, if I'm honest.
Right. Well, so obviously I've said, I think school's rubbish. I just want to prove myself. And right now, anyone can put out what they want. Like, YouTube, like just upload anything, and then one day, hopefully, people find it, and it becomes big if you make sure it's good, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
I want to like I honestly I don't know what I want to do in life. All I know is I like making videos. I like making music, right? I like magic, right? So I guess YouTuber is like the one. But I honestly I don't. If there was a job, I don't know. YouTube's just the best fitting one.
Yeah.
So that is the goal, I guess. Just to put out my own stuff, hope people like it, and then hopefully, I'm not expecting anything big this year because obviously, YouTube takes time. But I'm willing to properly try hard this year.
Yeah, grind it out. Yeah.
Yeah, probably. My parents are like, yeah, you probably have to do an apprenticeship next year because, you can't just do gap years.
Yeah.
But even after this gap year, I plan on still continuing YouTube and all that stuff. So the ultimate goal.
Are you gonna?
Space.
Are you gonna Are you seriously gonna pick an apprenticeship in your second year?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are we going down that path as well? Hello.
Yeah. We actually are. And I can a bit now.
Sorry, guys. Technical difficulties.
Yeah. But yeah, I will probably be doing an apprenticeship next year.
Yeah. So again, kind of similarities. Both doing an apprenticeship at some point in our gap years.
Yeah.
So this year you're going to be doing YouTube. That's your first year of your gap year, and then your second year of your gap year.
I've got a part-time job as well.
Part-time job. Yeah. I mean, my first gap year was fucking dreadful. I think I might save the story for your podcast about what fully happened.
No, feel free to
because that's how I'll promote you on your podcast. I'll promote your podcast. So if you want to go and see Daniel's podcast, I divulged the stories of how fucking bad my life was for a year. Go check it out. Just Messing Podcast. I'll link it in the description of this podcast, and I'll also let you kind of plug it at the end as well. But my gap year, to kind of make long story short, was very uneventful.
Right.
Yeah.
I do remember.
Yeah.
What you said about it and stuff. Yeah. A lot of months you said just at home.
Yeah. Ironically, not too dissimilar. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much not too dissimilar from what I'm doing at the moment.
Right.
It's when I first started doing lockdown, it felt so similar to
really?
Being like last year. Yeah. Because I was just sat here, just I'm not doing anything. And even though I was getting paid and I was getting furlough pay, I was just I feel like I'm in the same position. It's really not good for me. So that's why I wrote down all the stuff to do, because I was just if I'm gonna do this again, I'm gonna do as much as I can in that time.
Yeah.
So
I've got a question about that time in your life. How were you more depressed basically? Because you don't have any if people say if you're not doing anything, you sort of you might feel like you have no purpose, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Well, how do you feel in that time?
I've always viewed my kind of mental health as ups and downs. So it kind of, if you see it in like a graph, it's it will kind of
it's craziest, shakiest graph.
Yeah. No. But it's actually quite gradual. It's gradually will go up and up and up and up and up, and then it will peak, and then it will come back down and down and down and down and down and down and down. Right. So I would say towards the beginning of my gap year, I was living my best life. Right. I had this is the first in January of last year. I had money, and I had free time for the first time in my life ever. No one wanted me to be anywhere, but I also had like £1,000 in my bank account, and I was just like, this is the life. And like,
Yeah.
I was just like, I can tell you when my life peaked, and it during that time, and it was me and James, my brother, saw Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse in the cinema, and I was just like, damn, I went out and I spent some money, and like I had the free time to just go and see a movie whenever I wanted.
Yeah.
Into Spider-Verse is a sick film anyway. Yeah.
Oh, it's amazing.
A sick fucking film. But honestly, I was just like, I was like, this is the best time of my life. Do you want to know when that was?
When?
Midway through January. So to give you context, I didn't get a job until October. So my that peaked very fucking quickly. So I guess in answer to your question, I guess I've been properly depressed a lot of times in my life, right? But I would say, especially like this time last year, was probably my worst period of my life.
What month are we in now? Oh, right, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so like June last. So I'll go into this more on your podcast. Because the thing is, I don't want to make this podcast all about myself. It's about you. It's about my friends. So like, I don't really want to go into don't want to go into myself too much.
I see.
But like, what I will say is just like, when I left the NHS after like a couple of hours, because I realised it wasn't the job for me. And kind of coming home and just like realising what I'd done and kind of my parents' disappointment, I was just like, yeah, this is just not good. So
right.
I'd say as well, like, when you see your friends and they're going to university and they're you know, Matt was still at Elstree, so he had stuff to do. My friends had either moved to different places in the country to go to university or to start a new life somewhere, or they'd gone and started working, and like, you just kind of feel like you've let yourself down.
Yeah.
It's like you're kind of sat there, you're doing nothing, and like, you're not earning any money, and you feel like a failure. And the problem is that spirals out of control quite quickly.
Yeah.
So you're in a very deep dark pit very quickly, and the hardest part is to drag yourself out. And you could even argue that even today I'm still dragging myself out of that hole I made 2-3 years ago. You know,
wow.
And it's something I wouldn't recommend, having time off and kind of being alone with your thoughts and kind of feeling like a bit of a failure. So yeah, and answer to your question, probably was a bit more depressed during not doing anything. But also, I think you can be quite depressed doing something that you don't enjoy.
School,
you know what I mean? School, jobs you don't want to do, stuff like that. Like, it can be depressing because, like, I think as well, like, since leaving school, like, and not doing drama every day, that's been kind of shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because like, you kind of wake up and like, you're not. I don't hate working. It's just that I'd rather be doing acting. You know.
Right. Yeah.
But like, obviously, like, you know, I've got to be realistic and think I've got to, you know, put, you know, money in my bank account. I've got to have a career. I can't just do nothing with my life. You know, and like, kind of working has given me financial freedom in some sort of a sense. But it doesn't fill the void of like being able to kind of go and act and express myself.
Do what you want.
Do what I love, yeah. So like, that's hard. That's hard. Yeah.
I think acting something so hard, like, to try and, you know, make a living out of. Like, I don't know, just I mean, Oh, go on, you go.
Oh yeah. That still plays on my mind even now. Like, the fact that it's such a hard career to get into. And like, the chances of me actually getting into there are like second to none. But I think the thing that I'm willing to do is try, because I think
of course.
I think what being unemployed and having a gap year taught me was that I was not happy not acting. I took a massive break after my A-levels from acting. So my last acting performance was in April 2018. And I did not act again until my RADA audition in September.
Jeez.
Yeah, wow. So it was like a year and like 6 months or so. So like,
Wow.
yeah, during that time I was like, I think there's some coincidence that I'm not enjoying my life as much because I'm not doing what I love. And then as soon
Yeah.
as I started going to youth company with Rada and kind of being in that environment again and being and performing at a high level, you just think like, yeah, this is what I wanted to do. You know,
Yeah. And it's, I mean, like I've got that feeling as well about like, well, yeah, basic. Like I don't think about it really. I just sort of, I feel like I don't know. Now it's just become like a sort of like habit. Just do
yeah,
film, and I like it. But it's we are like lucky to like know what we want to do.
yeah,
In a sense, like a lot of my friends, like they're like, yeah, I don't know what I want to do, just anything really. But like we know, even if it like, yeah, there's small chances for
yeah,
both of us, but at least we know.
yeah. But I think there's nothing wrong with knowing what you want to do from early on. I knew
Yeah, yeah.
I was 12 when I knew what I wanted to do. And when I was
Mm.
like 16, 17, I was like, I've been doing this now for like 5, 6 years. I'm just tired of it. And then I took a
Oh,
break from I took a break from it because I was just like
really?
I'm I think when you're because I was working to get to drama school, right?
Yeah.
And when I kind of got to the auditioning stage, I was like old enough to audition. I was like I burnt myself out.
Right, right.
I don't want to audition because like I'm so burnt out and I'm so tired.
Mm.
So like I just want to break from this, and I took a break from it, and I came back to it a year later, and I was ready to go.
Yeah.
And actually
Yeah,
having
yeah.
that time out made me appreciate that actually this is really what I want to do,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
properly. And this is not just a decision I made when I was 12 years old. I'm still kind of kidding myself. This is something that
Yeah.
at 19 years old I love and I'm still passionate about and I still really want to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I've literally like recently I've had I started doubting myself like, is film what I want to do?
yeah,
Um and like that is like I don't know, I haven't doubted myself ever really seriously
yeah,
about film. Well, that was like pretty like it happened like literally like in the night one time trying to go to bed, like those thoughts you get and it's like, is
yeah,
film what you do? And that was like the scariest 10 minutes of my life. I was like, right, so I've mucked up school because I was like, don't care about it. I'm just gonna prove myself. So
yeah,
to put my full attention there, have no backup, right? And so like I don't know, I feel like but my basically, yeah, so I'm going to make a YouTube video about this, but and I think how to like fix that is it's just your perspective. So I was focusing on stuff I don't know about film and like how much that I've got to
yeah,
learn stuff, right? And that is so easy just to see yourself as like not good in that, in like
yeah,
whatever in that subject. But if you focus on what you do know, you'd be like, oh damn, I can actually do a lot. And
yeah,
also my friend, I told my friend about this, and she said, "It's not your knowledge that will set you apart. It's your passion for it," which
yeah,
I that completely made sense, and that I think that's like great advice because like if you're
yeah,
passionate about something, like literally like before you know it, you have the knowledge. If you just carry on doing it every day, like whatever, loving it, you'll have
yeah,
a good life and learn about it and be good at
yeah.
what you do.
Because like there's been, I mean, obviously there's so many times I've doubted myself with acting. So like,
Mm.
I mean, like
How
I had a
how
hundred.
does that go for you? Like, yeah, like what do you think about then? Like just give it up completely, or
Um,
like
well, like I've had the thing is that when I was at school and obviously like I didn't have any friends. Like you have
right?
179 people that laugh at you for being the only actor in the year.
Mm.
So I don't know. Were you there when West Side Story was on?
Yeah, yeah,
I think that was in year
I
70.
believe so.
West Side Story, yeah. I was the only one in my year that did it. And then
Oh damn.
in year 10, I didn't do the production because of separate reasons. Um, but
Right.
I was still the only one that turned up for the kind of first couple months, but I dropped out in like October, November. Um,
Mm.
but so you have 180 people doubting you already, before you even get started properly, and then like you
Yeah.
kind of begin to doubt yourself, and like when like you I wanted to do drama A level because I couldn't do drama GCSE, and then I could do drama A level at a different school, but
Oh
not the
yeah,
school I
yeah,
was at. And I was just like,
yeah.
when you turn up and you get an E, you're just like, am I really just shit? because I expected an A or a B of myself,
Yeah,
at
that
least
of
minimum.
course. That I can see how that can
Yeah.
like definitely get to you.
Mm.
Yeah,
And also,
but
like, when even at RADA, like, you kind of sit there and you think, and you're in this place that has had so many great people come before you, and is
right,
filled
yeah,
with so many brilliant teachers,
high
and
expectations.
yeah, and high expectations. Like, you're at one of the best drama schools in the world, never mind the country, and like,
Yeah.
like, this school has been going on for like 109 years or whatever. Like it's old, and you've
Wait,
got
wait,
people.
wait. Hold up. Did they have a good website?
Yeah, they do. They do.
Oh,
They
phew.
do.
Oh,
They do. They do. They do.
oh,
They're one of the
thank
few
God.
that actually have a good website. I think they redesigned it this year or something like that.
Oh, phew.
But
Like,
like, I tell you what though, the website in 2012 was not too dissimilar from one of the current ones.
oh,
One of the
really?
current drama schools. Yeah, like, honestly, terrible, terrible, terrible. Um, but yeah, but when you're at RADA, you doubt yourself the whole time, because
Yeah,
like, you think, am I good enough to be here? You know,
yeah,
did I get
yeah,
here on a fluke? Did I get here because they thought I was someone else? Like,
yeah. Something.
am I
Right,
in
right.
someone else's place? Because I remember doing my audition and just thinking that I was like fourth best if I'm lucky, and I was also
My
like thinking
days.
like, well, I was definitely the best guy in the audition, and I think I was probably
Mm.
like the third or fourth best overall. So I think maybe one of the girls would get it, but then I had to feel like 8 boys, 8 girls. So like, maybe I'll get a boy spot. I don't know, but like,
Yeah,
I was doubting myself the whole time. But like, I think this has really stuck with me, was just like when I was at year 12 and I did drama, and I did it for the first time properly. Um,
yeah,
because I think before year 12, they kind of teach you just like, I am a tree because I'm a tree, you know.
yeah, yeah,
Like there's no real motivation. There's no kind of going into anything really deep. But
yeah.
like, I remember sat there and my drama teacher said to me, "So what have you learnt this year?" And I said, "I've learnt nothing, or like I don't know anything." But like, that excites me even more, you know.
Oh,
The
right,
fact
right.
that I don't know anything about a subject I'm so passionate about is fucking exciting,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know. Like,
Yeah. I get what you mean. That's like with magic.
yeah,
Like when you start like this, I was just like addicted to just learning. Like on YouTube, like I subscribed to like every channel, watched all the videos,
yeah.
like just learned, soaked up like as much as I could. Yeah, there's just, and even now, like, yeah, I've still got so much to learn, and like, yeah, it's just exciting. It is, yeah.
Do you know what else is like quite frightening? And this is I tell you what, this is going to be similar, because obviously you do film and I do acting. So in a
Mm.
sense, we're both artists. So
Yeah.
I think I want to ask you this, and I'll give my answer after yours. Do you
Okay.
ever sit there and wonder if you've made the best thing you'll ever make?
Uh, I know for a fact I haven't yet.
Yeah,
Uh, that's I yeah. I'm not all the things I've made. Some of them, like whether it's like, you know, uh, a little tune I'm working on, or like,
yeah,
you know, video. They always come around to disappoint you. I
yeah.
think. So like I know for a fact I haven't reached my. There's nothing.
You haven't reached your potential.
Yeah, I've still got like so much I wanna do,
Yeah,
wanna show. Uh,
yeah.
so yeah, that's a. Or wait, is that question? Have you reached the best thing you'll ever do, or have you reached the best thing a thing can be?
Have you reached like let's just say like your magnum opus? So like, for example, like, people think that My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is the best Kanye West album ever made, right? And then
Right.
everything he's done after that is just shit in comparison, you know.
Oh, right, right,
So
okay.
like, do you think you've made the best thing you're ever gonna make,
Oh,
or does that ever
no,
like plow on your mind or whatever, like play on your mind, just like, you know?
interesting.
Yeah,
I do think so yeah, I haven't reached that yet at
yeah,
all. Like I've still got so much planned. I want to, you know, so many ideas and stuff. But I feel like yeah, it will probably happen, and then everything else will start. Yeah, I feel like it could happen. It will happen, whether it's a film, like an actual like
yeah.
film, or or like an album. Yeah. I don't know.
Because I often sit here. I think I've definitely last year when I stopped acting for a while, and I was like I
Right.
didn't know how to get back into it almost.
Yeah, of
And
course.
I was just sat there just like, have I made the best thing I'm ever going to make? Have I done my best performance I'm ever going to do? And,
Was that like? Oh, sorry. You just carry on. I'll ask
no,
questions
you ask the question. You ask the question.
after. Was that like Was that did you, so? No, is right. I was going to say like, what did you actually like believe that? But you were just about to answer the question.
I think I did. I think I did for a bit.
Oh,
And
really?
I think I worked out what I thought it was, and it was, I did an A-level drama piece for Macbeth, and I was told to do a monologue, and I actually got given the monologue by my drama teacher. It's a scene in Macbeth where he's given a dagger. No, he's not given a dagger. Sorry, he sees a dagger.
Oh,
It's
but I
just
failed English, so
okay.
this is all
So
flying through my head.
he's just about. So the whole idea is just like he's gonna go kill the king, and that if he kills the king,
Yeah.
he's gonna go get all this power. But is
Right.
it just that he gets the power? And he's to commit a crime against God and everything like that, and whatever. So. But he sees a dagger. He's doubting himself, but he sees a dagger in front of him, and he goes, "Is this a dagger which I see before me? The hand towards my hand, come let me clutch thee." It's actually one of the pieces. It's one of the actual pieces I'm probably going to do for my audition next year. I love it that much. I love Macbeth that much. I love that monologue that much.
Wow.
Anyway, I'm divulging. But I did that piece right in front of like 30 classmates, and I did it. And when I did it, I thought that was my strongest performance I've ever done.
Wow.
In terms of like at that point, I'd done my best performance, and actually after that point, I only did one performance afterwards, which was a devising piece, which is a very fun story and is a very funny story. So I'll get into that on your podcast. That's a banger.
Okay, thank you.
But I was just like, maybe that's the best thing I'm ever going to do. That Macbeth thing I did.
Damn.
Yeah, and I was just like,
go on.
But then I was just like, do you know what? I don't want it to be the best thing I've ever done.
Oh,
as much as it was so good, or I thought it was good, and I came out of that performance thinking that was fucking sick. Like, I knew I could do better. Or as in, I knew if I had more training and if I had more time, I could do better. And I think that's what I'm doing now. Like, I'm just spending time learning. Like, I spent the last 2 months learning Hamlet. I'm still not done yet. It's like, it's a fucking hard one, but like, I love it, and like, I want to do a good performance for my auditions.
Yeah.
So,
go on.
No, you go on. You go.
No, I was going to ask more about. All right. So, yeah. Do you believe that's? You sort of answered this already, but yeah, do you believe you've reached your best thing right now? Then.
No. Because I think, to go back to RADA, the whole point of that youth company is not to say that you're good, but it's to say that you have potential.
Yeah.
Or you can learn to be great,
Yeah.
And I sit there and I think they would not have taken me on and given me the opportunity to not only go to youth company, but have a better chance of going onto the full-time course there if they didn't think I had potential.
Yeah.
And I think as well with like acting and like filmmaking, it's not just binary. Like, it's not just like one thing that you can do, or it's not like you have a choice between this and this, and these are the only 2 choices that you can do. Like, they're not locked in. Like, there's so many different practitioners, there's so many different styles, there's so many different things that you can do.
Yeah.
So that, I could do something else, which is completely different to what I did for Macbeth, but could be even better.
Yeah.
Or could be just as good. And I'm just willing to learn. I'm just willing to kind of experience it, and just willing to just go for it. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's good. So when you say you're learning Hamlet, was it? Yeah.
Hamlet, yeah.
Do you mean like the lines, or do you mean like you're practicing like?
I mean the lines. Like... the lines have taken me time. I shit you not, man. Like, that speech is only like a couple stanzas long, but like it's just not gone in my head because it's the to be or not to be, that is the question.
Right.
Which is arguably the most famous piece of English ever written, ever.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so like the reason why I started learning it now is because like I want to have the time on it.
Yeah.
I think the mistake that some people make is that they kind of don't start until like September, October time, and then they audition in December, January, and then they go, oh shit, I could have maybe spent a bit longer on it. And
That
like they just
like with my short film. Sorry.
No, you go.
Like
You
with
go.
my
Short
short
film.
film, basically for the coursework, I started thinking like as soon as she mentioned it, the teacher, I started like thinking about like what it could be. Started working on it then, like literally like a year and a bit before it was due. My mind was already like thinking about how what to do for it and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, go on. I was gonna say I started early with that as well.
Oh yeah. But like, for me, like, there's no point just learning the lines. Anyone can say the lines if you have time with the lines,
Yeah.
Like, but like, I think I was like, I just want to get the lines out the way and learn during lockdown, so that when we come out of lockdown, I'm going to contact all my old teachers, and like, there's a lot of them that I want to get in contact with, and just be like, "Hi, we used to work together for like, you used to teach me this, but like, I need your help now. So if I could just come round like your place of work for like half an hour and just run you through a couple of my monologues, that'd be really great." So I'm getting a head start now, just because instead of in September, October, I'm learning my lines or learning what monologues I'm going to do. Instead, I'm actually like learning how to say the lines, or learning what these motivations are, or learning about Hamlet, the character, or the play, or whatever. So like, I'm just getting a head start. Yeah.
How this is so with acting, like how because there's a lot. How basically like how what do you think about when you're delivering a line in a certain way? Like, do you literally think about like how your body like looks like that? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, how do you what things do you check in your head like you're doing to make sure you deliver it how you want?
So for me, it's with acting, very simply, there's different practitioners. So there's different people that have said, "Hi, this is how I think you should act."
Oh, okay.
So you've got like some quite outlandish people like Brecht and Artaud. And then you've got some and you've got some more naturalist people like Stanislavski and Peter Brook. My guy, Stan the man.
Yeah.
So I kind of, whenever I'm doing Shakespeare, I'm usually doing Stanislavski a practitioner kind of style.
Right.
So essentially, all the work comes from, it's a thing called table work, which is essentially just like you fucking research the shit out of this character. You research the shit out of the character. You research the shit out of the play. You research the shit out of like every single line and what it means.
Yeah.
And then you make your own kind of conclusions as to what this character is thinking and what this character is doing. But like, it's all within the context of the play. And it's and the play could be in any sort of context. It could be in like 2020. It could be in 1610 or whatever, when the play was written. I think 1609. But like, the whole point is just like you just gotta like know the character, and then you just got you got to put in the work essentially.
Right.
So,
and then it just comes, like, you just think about it and then it comes naturally, or do you have to like, or are you like sort of a third? Because like I did GCSE drama, more for the directing sort of. That was the closest thing. But I obviously had to act a bit, and like it doesn't come naturally to me at all. I feel like I'm watching myself.
Yeah.
Like I have to like really think about what I'm doing, and it's like I'm like, okay, now maybe slouch for this line or whatever.
I think
do you get that?
Yeah, I think things come naturally to people. I think
Right.
I don't want to say acting can't be taught. You have to kind of have it, because I don't think that's the case.
Yeah.
But I think people find it naturally easier than others.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think the whole thing of acting, for whatever it is that you have to kind of work on letting go of yourself.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
my year 12 drama teacher, Mr. Mallon, who I owe a lot to because he taught me a lot.
Yeah.
People thought it was a weirdo, but I really loved him. I thought it was great. He essentially was just like, let go of yourself and just like spend time, spend like 20, 25 minutes just like having a blank canvas, and then you can paint on that. Because there's no point of building a character on yourself, really, or like still being yourself when you're just saying the lines.
Yeah.
Let yourself
that's
go.
what I was doing.
Yeah, just
that makes so much sense. I get that so much.
Just like let yourself go, and just like and then your table work comes in, and then you kind of like, okay, this is how Hamlet would walk. This is how Hamlet's feeling. This is how Hamlet's felt 10 minutes ago. This is what Hamlet did when he woke up this morning. Like, that's kind of the shit you go through. So like it takes a long time, which is why I'm starting to learn the lines now. So that in September, October time, I can just go to my teachers and be like, this is what I have, help me, and they'll help me, because I have thankfully quite a good list of people that I've depended on for the last couple of years. I'm pretty lucky to have those people, and hopefully they're going to come in clutch in September, October time. I hope anyway. Yeah. So I think we're coming slightly towards the end, but just one more thing that I want to talk about is your podcast. Your podcast, my boy. So if you want to just explain.
Basically, Tommy was like, "Oh, I want to start a podcast."
Yeah.
And then I was like, "Oh, I could do that. That sounds like something I want to do." And I think, we mess around a lot. It is called Just Messing.
I see what you did there.
It took us ages to think of that name. So, you all better like it.
It took me like 5 minutes because I had my throat's a bit fucked because I've been talking for an hour and a half. And I ran out of water probably about half an hour ago. So like, I'll be honest with you, this podcast is a slight rip-off of David Tender's A Podcast With.
Right.
That's one of my favourite podcasts, and I'm so gassed because I think 2 days ago he posted a trailer for season 2.
Oh right.
So I thought he was just done. I
didn't know he did it. He had a podcast.
Oh mate, it's sick. He got Olivia Colman on there, Jodie Whittaker, Whoopi Goldberg, Michael Sheen. I'm trying to think who else is on there. Gordon Brown is on there. It is a fucking sick podcast. James Corden. We all love James Corden.
Oh wow.
No, we don't love James Corden. He's fucking shit.
You don't?
No, I love him for Gavin and Stacey, but like anything other than that is pretty shit, if I'm honest.
Oh really?
I mean, you just have to look at Cats to like.
Oh.
Okay. Actually, no. More like his treatment of like the Cats editors.
What do you mean?
Do you not see how like he just like absolutely like slew them at the Oscars this year?
No.
He absolutely like him and Rebel Wilson just came on in like cat costumes and just started like going on about like, oh, because we're in the movie Cats, we know all about good visual effects, right?
Oh, what
and then
hell?
like I'll see if I can find the tweet, but the guy was just pissed off because he was just like, I've worked really hard on this, and like, yeah, we fucked up a little bit, but don't slew me for it. Where is
Hold
it?
up.
I'll see if
You're glitching out. What was it? So, what did the editor say?
The editor said, basically, he was pissed off that James Corden and Rebel Wilson went on the Oscars, and was just like, I got laid off from my job, and I got, I spent hours of overtime on Cats just for you to like rip into it.
Oh, jeez.
So like, yeah, but like,
yeah.
Yeah. So my podcast we're going off topic a little bit. My podcast is based off of that podcast.
Yeah, sorry.
But it's just like
right.
Talking about just with my mates, just like talking about us and talking about funny stories, and then like your one is just messing about, I guess. Yeah.
Just messing, yeah. I've got my own channel. I think just messing is going to be like the personal side of me, and then my own channel is going to be a bit more professional. Let's just say, but still a bit of messing around.
Because I'm kind of halfway between this podcast being like really professionally done and like being able to show it to people in the creative industry and saying like, this is a podcast I made 10 episodes or whatever. But then like I'm also like, I want to make this for myself, and I want to make it for me. So like I don't want to like
authentic.
I don't want to censor it. I'm going to swear all the fuck I want. I'm going to talk about what I want to talk about. Oh damn! But that's like that's how I want the podcast to be authentic. I want the podcast to be entertaining.
Yeah, sure. What podcasts do you like? Like, obviously, you said the David Tennant one. What other ones do you like?
I'm very partial to the True Geordie podcast.
Right.
So actually, give me 2 seconds.
Okay.
My fucking throat! Oh my days!
Corona.
Yeah, we're gonna have to wrap up soon anyway. But my throat is fucking killing me. Jesus. If I go on Spotify,
you said Finlay came around yesterday.
Yeah.
Came round.
Well, like he was outside in the garden 2 meters away, and he met my dog.
No, I meant something much more. It's all right.
What?
I'll text it to you.
Okay. So my cast that I'm listening to at the moment. So I listen to the Art of Manliness podcast, which is very fun. So there's this Art of Manliness YouTube channel, which is really good. It's like it basically just did like life skills for like men, right? Or like pretty much anyone. It's like you know, like in the 50s, there's like how to do this kind of style books for like men, gentlemen, whatever. But I really like the videos, but they've moved over completely to a podcast.
Oh right.
So I still listen to their podcast, and like it's like some sort of like philosophy stuff and some sort of like real life stuff as well, like how to change career or like how to do this or how to do that, blah blah blah. I'm listening to the Paper Trails podcast, which is by my friend Masood, who I still need to ask on the podcast at some point. I'll probably ask him today. But if you haven't checked out the Just Messing podcast, check out the Just Messing podcast, but also check out the Paper Trails podcast as well. Yeah. So like that's really good. I think I started Sleepy Shakespeare, which I haven't done in ages. It's like Shakespeare, but like kind of whispered in your ear. It's quite nice. Our Thoughts podcast is like a music one. I listened to their the After Hours review, which is like the Weeknd's new album. So that was really good. David does a podcast with, and the Ground Up Show, Matt Diavella.
Oh, Matt Diavella.
Matt Diavella, my guy, fucking sick guy. But I would say like I kind of don't listen to them religiously. Like I'll listen to like an episode, but I like the sound of the episode. But I religiously watch the True Geordie podcast.
Oh really?
Like, every episode.
I'm not a big fan of them. Well, to be honest, like I haven't really given them much chance. I just think it's not something I'm really into.
Do you know what it is? It's like I find myself often agreeing with True Geordie. Like his opinions, I find often line up with my own.
Right.
So like I actually quite enjoy watching him because he's quite similar to myself.
Yeah.
Also, like, what's a really fun one? If you, my favorite one is probably either, what was it? I'll go looking for it. It was a really good one to watch. Is the Alfie Days one.
Oh really?
Yeah, like this is like 2 years ago, but I still listen to it all the time. It's a really good podcast. But there's also one which is very funny, and I think even if like you don't like it, it's a really good podcast. I think it's which one is it? There's I forgot what his name is, but there's a guy. Oh, Dan Bilzerian. That was it.
Who's that?
Dan Bill's, he's like this 40-year-old guy who's like a multi-billionaire, and like his Instagram is just like full of himself, like just like on jet skis, like fucking white girls. Like I think that's all it is, and like it's he's basically just like thinks it's like some sort of sex symbol, and it's just like it's jokes. So like I would listen to that, but those are my podcast recommendations, and that's what I'm sort of listening to at the moment.
Right.
Do you know what? Actually, I'd really like to get into like. I just noticed that like my female choice of podcast is quite slim. Yeah, like I don't know why. Like I tend to find myself listening to male podcasts more than female podcasts.
I've never even stumbled across any female ones really. I don't really know.
Because like, you go.
I listened to one that's co-hosted with a female.
Yeah.
And that podcast is pretty good. It's called "Oh, You're So Good," and they basically bring on like people who are famous and like good at what they do.
Yeah.
Whether it's like, you know, from, I think they've got some like Olympians in there. Like, what's the one that wrote Jar of Hearts?
No.
But yeah, they come on and ask them like, how did you become so good?
Oh yeah.
And they did say authenticity is great.
Key. Yeah. I actually, now that I think about it, I listen to a lot of. I used to anyway. Listen to a lot of the Guardian podcasts.
Oh right.
Mainly the ones.
Is that the news thing?
Yeah, mainly the ones on like politics, because like I've tried to educate myself as best I can in like this kind of. I think I grew up at a weird time. I think we all have, because like we've grown up in like a Brexit world essentially, and like where kind of I never realised how important politics was until the Brexit vote, and kind of seeing how that has divided so many people. And I think it's kind of my duty to kind of make sure that I'm up to speed with everything. So I find myself listening to a lot of political podcasts, not like specific like left wing, right wing podcasts. I'm not into that sort of thing, but like a just fairly neutral, fairly neutral, non-biased. Just like these are the facts, and like this is what's going on, and those are the sorts of things that I like to listen to.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, I think that's about everything. Yeah.
Thank you for having me on, by the way.
That's
what an honor.
Right,
First episode.
First episode, you have that honor, my friend.
Wow, thank you.
Do you have anything else to shout out? So like this is your time. Just shout anything out that you really want to shout out.
I've got an Instagram, but I mean
I'll link it. I'll link everything of yours in the description of the podcast. So
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, so thank you very, very much, Daniel, for joining me for this first episode.
No problem. Thank you.
Thank you very much, everyone, for listening. If you are listening, we don't know how many people are listening. This is the first episode. This could be a monumental success or failure. We don't know. But if you have got to the end of the podcast, thank you very much for listening. And we hope to see you next week. Bye-bye.